Ever since the onset of the dollar flu outbreak and the activation of the division agents, we've seen a countless number of once loyal SHD agents turn rogue. Is this a sign of poor recruitment and preparation from the Strategic Homeland Division, or are there more sinister reasons behind the potential collapse of the United States' last line of defense? So are the SHD really the good guys? To answer that, let's very quickly summarise what the SHD is. On May 4th, 2007, President Bush signed the National Security Presidential Directive 51. This mandate claimed the executive power to invoke and direct continuity of government procedures in the event of catastrophic emergency. This was primarily created as a direct response to the findings of Operation Dark Winter, which was a mock version of a covert and widespread smallpox attack on the United States, carried out in 2001. Once Directive 51 has been invoked, the President can activate the SHD's highly trained core of sleeper agents embedded across the nation and immediately commence operations. Basically, when Directive 51 has been activated, the executive branch takes on the leading role, bypassing and superseding the traditional roles and processes of the federal government, and this is all coordinated by the President. The official SHD mission statement reads, "The Strategic Homeland Division's mission is to protect the populace and secure the continuation of the United States of America in times of catastrophic emergency, no matter the cost. Acting as an extension of the President, we will assist the federal and state actors by providing a unified picture of any national crisis and guide them to the decisions that are in the best interest of the people. Our mandate is to take action wherever and whenever needed, to fight rising threats against the security of the nation and its people, to seize back control, and do whatever it takes to save what remains. The Strategic Homeland Division is a decentralized, autonomous entity endowed with executive powers and rules of engagement, unrestricted by legal constraints, trained to operate in deadly chemical, biological, radiological, and nuclear environments. The division is mandated to bring order, stability, and justice to communities shattered by catastrophic events. The agency also pledges active support to the classified continuity of government plans should a widespread national disaster cripple its normal governing functions. Basically, they can do anything they deem necessary to assist them in the mission. They are not bound by laws or the usual rules of combat, and answer only to the President. So given that they only answer to the President, who polices such a force? Well, this is somewhat where ISAC comes in. Access to the SHD network is one of the most important tactical tools in the Division Agent's toolset. Every field operative is linked via his or her Personal Intelligent System Analytic Computer, or ISAC. ISAC was developed by the Pentagon's DARPA unit. Its primary job is to provide key field operational services to every agent, including communications, real-time analytics, remote data collection and retrieval, weather telemetry, and interaction with assorted other technologies. Summing up, ISAC is an advanced learning AI system. If you really want to go tinfoil hat on this, the voice behind ISAC in both the first and second game is an American actor by the name of Brandon Keener. Enough said really. If you want to go down that path, we could just say that ISAC was programmed and manipulated by Aaron Keener's brother and leave it there. Anyway, I digress. ISAC also has the built-in function of flagging an agent as rogue if they disavow the rules of the division, and all division agents have a standing order at which to deal with rogues, should they come across them. They are to be hunted down and either killed or apprehended, according to the degree of their crimes. Rogue status is given to any agent who breaks protocol. When this status is given to an agent, their wristwatch will change from orange to red, and they will have their connection to the ISAC network severed. I'll repeat that line. Rogue status is given to any agent who breaks protocol. But what is Division Protocol? They have a very loose set of guidelines to follow, and all the power and freedom in the world to do what they deem as necessary. If we bring back the keywords that I read through earlier: protect the populace, secure the continuation of the United States of America, the best interest of the people. This is taken directly from the Strategic Homeland Division mission statement. This is a division agent's objective and the reason they were activated. However, there is nothing that goes into the specifics of how they're to achieve this, and what is the right or wrong way of doing it. And this is done on purpose. These agents are called upon to work autonomously, and potentially have no support that they can call upon. They're expected to make calculated decisions in situations that few people could ever predict happening. And unfortunately, some of these decisions may cause loss of life in order to save the lives of many others. But how would Isaac react to that? Is an agent expected to die a hero, potentially saving no one? Or withdraw to fight another day? As we know, there are a number of rogue agent stories out there. JAVIER KAJIKA, for example. Finding himself trapped in the DZ with a group of civilians under heavy fire from hostile forces, he quickly radioed for assistance from the JTF, but was denied as they had orders from the government to withdraw from the area immediately. Because of this, KAJIKA was forced to make the decision between either staying behind with the civilians, with a high probability of dying, or retreating, and in turn being flagged as rogue. And there are a number of stories out there like this. Being rogue isn't always just about being straight up evil villains who murder other agents, or people who clap in the theatre at the end of a movie. It could actually be the consequence of a quick calculated decision, either misguided or otherwise. Based on the circumstances and the important role an agent plays in protecting numerous lives, thus resulting in possible civilian casualties, in order to be around to fight another day, and that maybe the person in question still has the best of intentions. I do wonder, would KAJIKA still have gone on a crazy JTF killing spree if he hadn't been given the rogue status? Well, possibly. He was definitely a little crazy. And to be fair, that one's probably more on the incompetent SHD recruiters than anything else. Let's face it, Isaac is a computer, and it only knows what it's programmed to know. Zeros and ones, yes and no, on and off. Yes, it's a learning AI, but that's probably only making it get tighter on what perimeters it would constitute giving a rogue status. Now, I'm not saying that all rogues are good by any means. There are a number that have reacted in completely unprecedented ways when faced with adversity, and as a result, some have ultimately gone off the rails, done their own thing, and for no other reason that it would seem than to create chaos. In fact, with the introduction of Warlords of New York, we've seen a number of different examples of rogues. We have some that have just given up on the government, and they're just out there trying to survive in their own ways, more or less keeping to themselves. And we have the ones working with KONEY, though from what we've seen so far, a lot of these have either been forced or manipulated into following him. And then we have some that have aligned with the other side, the Black Tusk. So, what do we know about the Black Tusk? We know they're a private military contractor that has been employed by an unknown organisation. They were hired to pave the way for a new dynasty. And to do this, they were tasked with dismantling and eliminating any functioning order of the US government, including the Strategic Homeland Division. Now, immediately you see these as the bad guys, right? We're the SHD, we fight for the President and the people of the United States. But what if they're not? The SHD reports to one person, the President, and now he works for them. So does that mean the SHD now work for the Black Tusk? Well, no. President Ellis has been labelled as a traitor. But with him gone, and the rest of the higher leadership either dead or MIA, the SHD has essentially now failed that part of their mission. So with that lost, what do they have left? Protect the populace, the best interest of the people. With this in mind, who sounds like the best chance for the United States? Which group is more likely to bring peace to the people? A legalized group of vigilantes with now no current leadership, or the Black Tusk? The division has been losing people to this group since the outbreak first occurred, so there must be something there. My personal opinion, for what it's worth, is that I don't trust the Black Tusk. Why would the organisation behind them continue to hide themselves if they were really fighting for the country? And what exactly do they propose to do with their new dynasty? But given what the SHD are working with, the bare bones that remain of civilization, no government, and plummeting numbers that maintain what little control they currently have, maybe the Black Tusk are the best option for putting an end to all the current suffering. Maybe we need to forget the politics and be prepared to swallow the bullet that may or may not come in order to put an end to the fighting and finally start rebuilding the country. Again, my personal opinion, the Strategic Homeland Division is a failed experiment. The agency was brought to life with the greatest of intentions, but in practice, it just didn't really play out. People, no matter how thoroughly tested, are too unpredictable to give so much power to. And I'm talking about both the President and the agents. Obviously, there could have been much better screening on their psych evaluations. From the comms, we can see that there was too much in the way of personal opinion making the calls, where it should have been based on a set of criteria. Pass or fail, no grey areas. Actually, that could have been something that Isaac would have handled quite well. The SHD has only made it this far because of a few loyal agents, absolutely true to the cause, including one crazy ex-girlfriend type that no one would mess with. But is it all in vain? Are they trying too hard to support a government that no longer exists? And are they forgetting about the needs of the people during all of this? But what do you think? Are the SHD fighting for a lost cause? Are they just prolonging the inevitable, inadvertently causing more harm in the process? And do you think Isaac should be downgraded to an Elixir 2.0 or something? This has just been another one of those videos where I talk. Hopefully you were able to follow my train of thought. I tend to get a bit carried away sometimes. I'm going to explore this topic further. I'd like to put some notes together around the Black Tusk and speculate on what could actually be going on there. But that could take me a while to throw together. I have a number of other personalities to cover first, and possibly an update to the Hunter theories. An extremely helpful member on Discord has been feeding me some interesting ideas and information. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers!